Thanks for coming. This is the 11th annual Offshore Alert conference. We have 223 registrants from 20 countries. 46% of all attendees live in offshore jurisdictions, and 54% live in major countries, which I'm quite happy about because we try and put on a fair and balanced event where we have a cross-section, a broad cross-section. A lot of offshore conferences can be sort of pep rallies on the one hand, or if they're mentioned in conferences in the United States, you tend to get this sort of stereotypical view of offshore centers, and we try to be somewhere in the middle. The biggest source of attendees, no surprise, is the United States, accounting for 36% of everyone here, followed by the Cayman Islands at 17%, the British Virgin Islands at 15%, and Canada at 9%. Other countries represented include Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, Bermuda, Brazil, the Cook Islands, Curacao, Germany, Ireland, Luxembourg, Norway, Russia, Turkey, and the United Kingdom. Attendees work in banks and trust companies, law firms, management companies, insolvency practices, regulatory agencies, financial intelligence units, and other sectors. For the first time in many years, we have no IRS agents in attendance. A byproduct of the sequester, it seems, and also last year, Senator Charles Grassley, during our conference, wrote to Timothy Geithner, the financial secretary, and also the commissioner of the IRS, wanting to know why there were 19 IRS agents at this conference, and was trying to parlay it up into some sort of scandal about a waste of public funds. We have 20 journalists registered to cover the event, including ABC News, The Economist, Bloomberg, Reuters, the Associated Press, Swiss Broadcasting Corporation, and Swiss National Public Radio. As one can imagine, there's a tremendous amount of interest in Switzerland in what's going on. Our sessions will take place in 3 rooms. So there's this room, which is Salon 1 and 2, or the main room. We have the room next door to my left, or your right, which is Salon 3. And then there's a room upstairs on the 3rd floor called the Lincoln Room. The morning and afternoon breaks will be held in the foyer and sort of tented area where we had breakfast today. Lunches will be outside, as will tonight's cocktail reception. Details about where everything is are contained in your conference bags in a schedule. If anyone requires any assistance getting into restaurants or nightclubs, please let me or my staff know, and we'll see what we can do. This is, after all, being held in one of the most exciting entertainment districts in the world. Everything is within walking distance. And I don't know if we have any basketball fans. The reigning NBA champions, the Miami Heat, will play the Chicago Bulls at home tonight and again on Wednesday. They play at the American Airlines Arena, which is 3 miles away from here, across the Venetian Causeway towards Miami. We're once again going green and keeping printed material down to a minimum. This doesn't mean you'll lose out in any way. All sessions are being audio and video recorded. Shortly after the conference ends, you will be able to access these recordings and view all presentations at your leisure at a post-conference section of our website. Login details will be emailed to you after the event ends. The Offshore Alert Conference is essentially about international financial due diligence, with an emphasis on offshore financial centers. Our aim is to provide credible, accurate, and up-to-date information about different aspects of international finance to help you, the attendees, make better decisions, whether you're providers, buyers, or investigators. And as always, I want to emphasize that Offshore Alert is neither pro nor anti-offshore financial centers. You know, our aim is just to provide a neutral forum and give you credible information that you can filter through your own bias system and you know, help you just make better informed decisions. We've got a lot to talk about over the next few days because OFCs have dominated global headlines for many weeks, with events such as the offshore leaks investigation by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists and the move towards automatic tax information exchange. So I'd like to introduce our first speaker, Simon Filmer, the Managing Director, ex-Asia of Offshore Incorporations. And Simon will be talking about trends and developments in the modern offshore world.